Hi all. Today I will be talking about chapter 4, which is data mining. Okay. This is a very interesting chapter because data mining actually helps us to make decisions. Okay. How does it help us to make decision? Because it helps us to analyze the data. Okay. And to extract information which is not offered by the raw data alone. Okay, so we will start with what is data mining, and then what are the different things that we would be covering in this chapter. We would talk about what is data mining. Please look at the study guide. Okay, for chapter 4 we will look at what is data mining, then what are the different types of data in data mining, how data mining works, and we will spend a lot of time here. We will look at different data mining applications. We will talk about the data mining process and then data mining tools. What are the different tools that we have for data mining? Okay, so we will start with data mining first. I would like to remind you of the big picture first. Remember that for all companies, it is very important that they improve their business performance. Why? Because they're competing with others. They would always like to find out how they can outperform others or how they can beat their rivals. Okay, so they are under intense pressure to improve their performance. And here, this is a way of improving the performance, because if companies can make informed decisions, that correct decision making would help them to take steps that would help them to improve performance. So where do they have the data? You know that the data is stored in the data warehouse, and now we need to know how to analyze that data, okay, so that we can find out useful information. So how do you define data mining? Data mining is the process of analyzing data to extract information not offered by the raw data alone. That means just by looking at the raw data, you may not identify the pattern. But the data mining software, when you run it, it will help you identify hidden patterns within the data. Okay, so data mining can begin at a summary or in summary information level, and it can also progress through increasing levels of detail. Okay, now so data mining helps us to identify hidden patterns within data which is not visible to you without the software, without the data mining, without running the data mining tool on the data. Okay. Now, when we are talking about the data in data mining, okay, what kind of data we are talking about? Data can be of different types. Okay. For example, there are two major categories of data. One is categorical, another is numerical. Okay. What is categorical data? Categorical data is a variable which is divided into specific groups. For example, race, age or age group, race, age group, gender, educational level, so on and so forth. That's categorical. Within categorical, we have nominal data and ordinal data. Nominal data is, for example, a nominal data may have two possible values, okay, such as yes, no, true, false, good, bad, marital status, such as single, married, divorced, okay. It can also have multiple values such as blue, green, red, white, black, Asian, etc. Okay. As opposed to that, ordinal data will represent rank order in data. For example, credit score, low, medium, high, education level, okay, like HS, college, graduate school, so on and so forth. So nominal is basically there are distinct possible values, and for ordinal data it represents rank order. Numerical data, the other category, numerical data represent the numerical values of specific variables. For example, age, number of children, total household income, these are numerical data. And then within numerical data, there is interval data and ratio data. Interval data, like variables measured on interval scales, like say for example, temperature in Celsius scale. Or ratio. Ratio data is used in sciences such as mass, time, energy, etc. So these are the different types of data in data mining. Remember, categorical and numerical. Okay. Next, we will talk about how data mining works. That is our topic number 3, how data mining works. Okay. Data mining capabilities. Okay. Data mining capabilities, different types of data mining capabilities are association, sequencing, classification, clustering, and forecasting. Okay, these are the different types of data mining capabilities. Okay, which is association, sequencing, classification, and I think this prediction here is similar to classification. Okay, one is association, one is prediction, which I call classification, sequencing or sequential relationship, sequencing, clustering, and also you can add forecasting. Now I would explain each of these now with examples. What is association? This is a type of relationship in data mining. Remember, data mining extracts patterns from data, and these are the different types of patterns, so this is the different types of relationships. What is association? Association is how two variables go together. Okay, for example, determine the degree to which the variables are related and the nature and frequency of these relationships in the information, or in simple words, how two variables go together. And I'll give you an example, market basket. Market basket research found that when we purchase coffee, we also buy bread 35% of the time. See, these two variables which previously were unrelated to us, we see there is a pattern here that if I buy coffee, I will also buy bread 35% of the time. Before data mining was run on the data, we did not know that. It was not visible to us. It was hidden within the data. So when they ran data mining on software on their data warehouse, they found that those who are buying coffee, they are also buying bread 35% of the time. Okay. With chips, we buy soft drinks 65% of the time. Okay. With promotion, 85% of the time we buy cheap and soft drink. So such information are helpful for a lot of things. Store layout, items bundling, discount and promotion. So if you know buying behavior, you can predict future behavior by identifying affinities among customer choices of products and services. So this is association. Once again, data mining is about extracting patterns from data which was not visible otherwise. Okay, and one such example is association when two variables go together. And I give you the market basket example where they found that when we buy coffee, we also buy bread 35% of the time. When we buy chips, we also buy soft drinks 65% of the time. When we get a promotion, we buy it 85% of the time. Now, you may ask me, why do I need this information? Yes, the stores, they do need that information because they can keep the items together. They can bundle the items together. They can give some discount and promotion. They can decide on the store layout. So if I have to buy chips and soft drinks together, they would better put them in the same aisle or close by aisle so that the customer find it easily. Okay. So, and come to think of it, think about the grocery store that you visit. I have always seen chips and soft drinks in nearby aisles, adjacent aisles. Okay. Now, market basket analysis is frequently used for developing marketing campaigns for cross-setting of products and services, okay? Like banking, insurance, finance for inventory control, shelf product placement, all those things. They use this market basket analysis of things going together, variables that go together. Next, I will talk about sequencing. What is sequencing? Sequencing is about events linked but over time. Okay, now association talks about which variables go together at that particular point of time. Sequencing is about events that are linked over time. For example, when a house is purchased, a refrigerator will be purchased within 2 weeks, 65% of the time. When a house is purchased, a refrigerator will be purchased in 2 weeks. And that happens 65% of the time. Okay. So this is sequencing. Prediction or classification. The type of pattern which is called prediction is also called classification. That refers to prediction of a target variable which is categorical in nature. For example, high versus low risk, purchaser versus non-purchaser, fraud versus non-fraud, used heavily in banking. So when you apply for loan, they would run this prediction analysis on your data and will find out that if it is risky to grant you a loan, then if you are a high risk candidate or a low risk candidate, okay? So things like that. Also, credit card companies and telephone companies use this prediction or classification to detect characteristics of customers who are most likely to leave. And then managers can provide special campaigns to retain such customers. Okay, so prediction is used for finding out if a person is a fraud or a non-fraud, if he is a purchaser or a non-purchaser, if he is high risk or low risk, okay, if he is prone to leaving or if he is going to stay, so all those things. Then we will talk about clustering. Clustering, the purpose is to group objects in such a way that objects belonging to the same cluster are similar and objects belonging to different clusters are dissimilar. And this is heavily used for market segmentation. Okay, used in customer relationship management to identify customer with similar behavioral traits. Clustering is used for market segmentation. Clustering is also very heavily used in medicine, like IBM and Mayo Clinic. They unearthed hidden patterns in medical records, okay, discovering that infant leukemia has 3 distinct clusters, okay, each of which benefits from tailored treatments. So this is very clustering, is used for market segmentation, used very heavily in medicine. Like for example, Mayo Clinic and IBM, by working together, they found out that infant leukemia, it's a kind of a blood cancer or blood disease, that it has 3 distinct clusters, okay, and each of which benefits from tailored treatments. Trying to do the same for cancer patients, IBM Life Sciences, and what IBM Life, they are trying to do the same for the cancer patients. IBM Life Sciences, what they do is they mine the records of cancer patients for clustering patterns. So this is very heavily used in medicine also. Another one which is not mentioned in your slide is forecasting. Forecasting is future predictions made on the basis of time series information. For example, web visits per hour, sales per month, calls per day. Okay, so this is time series information. What is time series information? Web visits per hour, sales per month, calls per day, and forecasting will be future predictions made on the basis of this kind of information. Then product investment, staffing decisions, okay, are made using forecasting models. Nestle Italiana improved sales by 25% with its data mining forecasting solution. Okay, Mother Day sales forecast were 90% accurate. Benefited from 40% decrease in inventory and 50% in order changes. And Nestle Italiana, it dominates Italy's food industry. So forecasting, as you can see, is used for investment, staffing decisions, okay, inventory, storing, and so on and so forth. So these are the 5 different patterns of data mining. Association, when 2 variables go together, sequential, when events are linked over time, clustering, when you put, basically used for market segmentation, when same groups have similar characteristics and different groups have different characteristics, prediction, which is basically used to predict a target variable which is categorical in nature, and then forecasting. Okay, now next we would look at some of the data mining applications. Data mining applications, lot of them, it's very heavily used in customer relationship management, CRM. So it helps us to maximize return on marketing campaigns, improve customer retention, maximize customer value, identify and treat most valued customers. Okay, you would see that airlines, okay, they provide you with the elite customer status. Then like casinos and stuff, they would also give you special status depending on how much you spend. So this is possible by mining the data. Then data mining is heavily used in banking, as you know, for clustering, for classification, for prediction. For detecting frauds, as I was telling you, in banking, for automating the loan application process, for detecting fraudulent transactions, then optimizing cash reserves with forecasting. So basically they use clustering, they use prediction, classification, they use forecasting. In retailing and logistic, inventory, big time, because you spend a lot of time in holding inventory, in storing inventory. So if you can find out that, if you can forecast correctly, then you can also optimize inventory levels. Then the store layout, which is important. Okay, then optimize logistic by predicting seasonal effects. Like if I can find out which items sell well during which time of the year, I can stored them during that time. So that helped me save money on inventory. Okay, manufacturing and maintenance also data mining is heavily used. Discovering patterns to improve product quality, predict machinery failure. So you can see that in lot of areas it's being used. Customer relationship management, banking, retailing, manufacturing, securities trading, insurance. For forecasting is a big thing, so it's used in insurance. Okay, so in computer hardware, software, in science, in government, in travel, in healthcare and medicine. We talked about healthcare and medicine, entertainment industry, so on and so forth. So data mining is very heavily used in a lot of different areas. There are different processes for conducting data mining, and different groups, they conduct data mining through various different processes. There is cross-industry standard process for data mining. There is sample, explore, modify, model and assess. There is knowledge discovery in databases, so on and so forth. Okay, we will go for some of the data mining tools. Okay, what are some of the data mining tools? So let me see if I have a slide here on data mining tools. If not, we will just talk about it. Yeah, data mining tools use a variety of techniques. Okay, data mining tools use a variety of techniques, such as they do statistical analysis, neural network, decision tree analysis, okay, genetic algorithms to find patterns and relationships in large volume of information. Okay, not only find out patterns and relationships among variables in a large volume of data, but they also infer rules from them that predict future behavior and guide decision making. Okay, so data mining tools will help you to use a variety of techniques, and these techniques can be decision tree or statistical analysis or neural network or genetic algorithms, case-based reasoning, so on and so forth, to find patterns and relationships in large volumes of data. Not only find out the pattern, but also infer rules from them that predict future behavior and guide decision making. Okay, and some of these tools and data mining tools will include query tools, okay, reporting tools, multidimensional analysis tools, statistical tools, intelligent agents, so on and so forth. Some of the commercial companies, data mining, that they sell data mining software, they would be IBM, SAS, IBM Intelligent Modeler, StatSoft, Statistical Data Miner, so on and so forth. Some of the vendors, okay, some of the well-known data mining vendors are SAP, Cognos, IBM, Business Objects. Business Objects has been acquired by SAP. So these are some of the well-known data mining vendors. Okay, now I would like to discuss with you an example of a company which has benefited by mining their data warehouse. Okay, this is Ben and Jerry. Okay, Ben and Jerry, they use data mining tools, and they use query tools, reporting tools, online analytical processing from vendor Business Objects. Okay, they use an Oracle database, and they use the business intelligence from Business Objects. Now, Ben and Jerry, they tracks the ingredients and life of each pint. If a consumer calls with a complaint, the customer affairs staff matches the pint with which suppliers milk, eggs, cherries, or whatever. Now, data mining tools let Ben and Jerry's officials access, analyze, and act on customer information collected by the sales, finance, purchasing, and quality analysis department. Okay. Now, the company can determine the company can determine what milk customers prefer in the making of ice cream. The technology helped Ben and Jerry track more than 12,500 consumer contacts in 1 year. The information ranged from comments about the ingredients used in ice cream to queries about social causes supported by the company. Okay, so this is basically chapter 4. In chapter 4, I would like you to know what is data mining, how data mining works, what are the different types of relationships that can be found in data mining, like association, clustering, sequencing, prediction, classification, and forecasting. I would like you to know the companies that sell data mining software. I would like you to know the different data mining techniques and tools. Okay, and I would also like you to know some examples and also the type of data that is basically analyzed by data mining. In assignment 4, you have to work with pivot table in Excel, and I would like to mention that in assignment 4, I want you to submit me the tables, okay, so that I can see the tables. I just don't want you to give me the answer to the questions by giving me one line of data. I want your answer to be supported by the work. In other words, show your work. Okay, so you give me the table, and then from the table you also give me the answer. So don't give me the table only and leave it up to me to find out the answer to your question. I want both. I want the question to be answered. So I want the answer, and I also want support for your answer. So you give me the copy of the table, and from that I will find out that yes, whatever you are saying is correct. It is supported by the